Writing Task 2. Band 9 Score Model Essay. With advanced vocabulary. Write about the following topic. Nowadays we are producing more and more rubbish. Why do you think this is happening? What can governments do to help reduce the amount of rubbish produced? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. Model Answer 1. Modern society is generating an increasing amount of waste, and waste management has become one of the pressing issues in both developing and developed countries. With the inevitable rise in population and industrialization, this problem will be further aggravated. The government can help decrease waste production by educating the public and by promoting recycling. The global population has reached a staggering 7 billion recently. Solid waste is a byproduct of this phenomenon. This number is expected to balloon to 9 billion by 2050 if the current trend goes on. The amount of trash produced is likewise expected to rise. Manufacturing industries also contribute to the total of accumulated waste. While market demands go higher, the number of factories built also increases to satisfy this demand. This unsavory problem has taken center stage as the world focused on tackling global warming. One way that the government can help alleviate this burden on the environment is by educating the culprits, the general public. By promoting the use of reusable bags when shopping, the amount of plastic bags can be greatly reduced. Furthermore, the government can also run advertisements and put up posters in ways that a household can reduce the trash it generates. Another step that the government may undertake is through sound recycling. It must invest in a technology that can be managed through the municipal level. To encourage its citizens to adhere to this program, collection areas for recyclable materials must be accessible. Sweden has set these areas within 300 meters from residential areas, and so far they are succeeding. To conclude, it is a fact that the human population will continue to rise. In order for the world's natural resources to remain sustainable, the government and the public must cooperate to find a solution to this ever-present problem. Model Answer 2. Of late, humans are producing a ginormous amount of garbage, both domestic and industrial. There are many causes for the proliferation of rubbish these days. This essay delves into the causes and the remedial actions by the government to subdue the acute problem of debris. To begin with, the rapid growth of garbage is directly linked to the overwhelming number of people. To elucidate, as the number of people grows, the number of products they consume also rises. This, in turn, inflates the waste production. Moreover, to meet the growing demands, new industries have to be set up, which aggravates the situation further. To add more to that, modern life is practicing throwaway culture. As the name suggested, people are less interested in using repaired commodities. Instead, they dispose of old projects and buy new merchandise. There are numerous steps that a government can undertake to alleviate this condition. For instance, as plastic makes up almost 70% of the hoard of garbage, many authorities have put a ban on polythene usage. The other steps involve the government exerting strict ordinances to monitor the waste produced by industries. Furthermore, they can take up the initiative to encourage citizens to keep their surroundings clean. To recapitulate, the rise in population is the primary factor for an increase in litter. Another prominent attribute is the fostering of the throwaway culture. The government can take many measures to fight this problem. Few of them are banning eco-unfriendly products, applying stringent supervision on factories, and encouraging residents to keep the community clean. Model Answer 3. In our highly industrialized era, there is a growing awareness about the excessive amounts of trash people are producing. We are about to be flooded by different types of garbage if certain measures are not taken. This essay will explore some causes of this and propose ways to solve the problem. To begin with, different food producers decided that their products would be selling better if they packed them in small-sized boxes and packets. These colorful and attractive packs go straight to the trash can. The number of packs is growing along with the consuming growth. More consuming produces more waste. Governments and businesses encourage consumption because it leads to high profits and development of the state economy. They are not interested in using something for a long time. Society is being bombarded with commercials pleading to buy, for instance, a new mobile phone, buying new things because throwing away old but good things. The problem of garbage is very complicated. As we can see, the government is not interested in reducing consumption. Thus, the responsibility has to be taken by individuals and non-governmental organizations. Certain laws regulating the percentage of packaging material per ton of the product should be established. Moreover, interesting programs involving people to participate can be developed. For example, a bonus for not asking for a plastic bag in supermarkets or for buying extra large packs of food. In addition, everyone should become concerned about the future of human beings and our planet. If we do not wish to be buried in rubbish, we should think twice before buying things we do not need. Model answer 4. Nowadays humans are producing more and more rubbish. Scientists argue why this problem appears in human life. The role of governments in reducing the amount of rubbish should be more or less. The amount of waste we produce has increased. This problem is a result of our consumer culture. Advertisers encourage us to buy the newest fashions. If something breaks, we throw it away and buy a new one. Products are not made to last. The amount of household waste is growing because most foods are sold in non-biodegradable plastic packaging. This waste ends up in landfill sites. People do not think about the consequences of dropping rubbish. They assume that somebody is responsible for cleaning the streets, but they do not know who this somebody is. Most of the litter seen on streets is fast food packaging. The plastic packaging does not break down easily. Companies should make goods that last longer. They should not use so much packaging. Governments should be stricter about waste produced by companies. They should put legal limits on the packaging. Consumers should avoid buying over-packaged products. We should recycle and reuse useful materials. There are collection banks for paper, glass, and plastic bottles. Households can use several rubbish bins to separate waste. Recycling saves energy and raw materials. Governments should invest in transforming human culture, away from consumerism towards a culture of sustainability. They could impose a green tax on drivers and airline companies. Government campaigns should promote recycling. Individuals should also try to be greener. We should recycle as much as possible. To summarize, it seems either governments or people should be responsible for the amount of rubbish produced. Also, all human beings should learn to be more environmentally friendly. Model answer 5. The environment today is threatened by many factors, such as air pollution and so on. However, among the most concerning is the increase in the amount of waste production. It is argued that the main causes of this are the availability of poor quality products and overpopulation. To tackle these issues, the government's role will be analyzed for viability. To begin with, consumerism plays a key role in the rise of garbage around the world. Nowadays, people prefer replacing the old items with the new ones when the existing ones stop working, which in turn adds to the waste produced. In addition, the increase in the count of inhabitants means more people throwing the products, which directly increases the quantity of sewage produced. Thus, it is apparent that both these factors are dependent on each other and thereby contribute equally towards the rubbish addition. To counter this, the government can play a major role by monitoring the objects manufactured by the companies. In other words, they can enforce these organizations to produce durable items that can be used for a longer duration. As a consequence, disposing of products will be minimized, and hence, the amount of waste produced will also be reduced to a greater extent. Along with this, legal entities should concentrate on educating society about the negative effects of excessive population and work together to control this growth. As it is clear that population rise and less robust equipment have led to the boost in the sewage within the nation. It is thus hoped that the government will implement regulations for developing sturdy products and thus discourage people from creating rubbish. Model answer 6. It is undeniable that the increment of rubbish is giving problems to society. In my opinion, this issue did not exist in the past, until 30 years ago, with the change of human behavior. There are a few reasons that cause the volume of rubbish to increase. Let me illustrate the causes. First of all, from my point of view, one of the main reasons for increasing rubbish is the overly purchasing habits of people. Often, people nowadays tend to buy more than what they really need. It is very clear and obvious that whenever there are promotions, the sales volume will increase. As a result of that, people buy items that will not be used for a period of time, and they will then be thrown away. Therefore, the volume of rubbish is increasing. Apart from that, I would say the lack of recycling practices in the society is another main reason. Recycling could reduce the volume of rubbish in the world by reusing the thrown-away materials. By doing so, it could also reduce the usage of natural resources. Last but not least, a proper way of disposing of waste and rubbish is a must. By implementing a proper way of disposing of rubbish, it could save cost and manpower to control the volume of rubbish at the same time. In conclusion, it is essential to control the volume of rubbish in society. The government could educate the citizens with the knowledge of reducing rubbish in a good way. The government could hold campaigns, advertise, or even educate the citizen, starting from young, maybe from primary school. If this issue continues to go on, it would cause damages to the earth. Action must be taken before it is too late. I believe the government and citizens must work together in order to achieve this goal, as all things can be done with unity. Model answer 7. It is evident that people are generating more waste these days. There are reasons that lie beneath the issue, and this essay will discuss them and also discuss some of the solutions that governments could do to resolve it. It is a fact that the amount of garbage that people produce these days has increased rapidly compared to the past. The main reason is due to the significant growth of the world population in the past few years. It is undeniable that waste production will automatically increase when the world population grows, as every individual will surely generate some waste. Another reason is that people's lifestyles have changed these days, and they have adopted a throwaway habit. It is noticed that people prefer to use plastic bags or plastic mineral bottles rather than to bring their own permanent bags or bottles. Many people do not realize that plastic waste takes around 100 years to decompose. People nowadays change their electronic gadgets and appliances more frequently than ever before. This kind of living has seriously impacted the amount of rubbish that is produced each day. There are some considerable solutions that governments could do in order to resolve the issue. Firstly, governments should make a clear regulation about limiting the usage of plastic bags and bottles. For example, governments could give tax incentives to retailers who reduce the usage of plastic bags and replace them with recyclable paper bags. Secondly, they could also make campaigns to the society about the negative effects of plastic bags and bottles on the environment. Campaigns could be made in the form of posters, short video clips, or even a documentary film that can be easily accessed by the public. Furthermore, people have to be more careful about waste dumping and taking responsibility for waste recycling. By considering these soluble solutions, it is hoped that the garbage production will decline in the future. In conclusion, it is true that nowadays people are producing more garbage than ever before. It is mainly due to the significant growth of the population, the usage of plastic materials, and people's lifestyles. Some of the solutions that governments could do would be by setting clear regulations and making awareness campaigns to the society while people have to participate in waste recycling. If you like the video, please do like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video with your friends. Press the bell icon to get more updates. Thanks for watching.